Welcome to Pink and Poppin. Hello, hello. This is Donna Milan, the sales director with Mary Kay, and I'm so excited that you're here. And yep, I'm just going to say it up front. This is recorded because it doesn't matter how I do this. If I go live on my phone, I can see you all, and I still can't see if you comment. If I go live on my computer, I can try to do my phone and my computer at the same time. And half the time I can only see the first comment and then I can't see anything else. I'm assuming it has to do with me. But I decided so that I could have conversation with everybody that I would record tonight. And that way, when I'm on at 6 o'clock, I can actually respond to your comments about what we're talking about. And what are we talking about? Well, I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'm going to show you what we're talking about tonight. Let me see if you can see this. Hold on, please. No. Now it won't show you guys. Here it is. Okay. Well, hello. Ah, there it is. Hope you can see this. And that's a little big. So let's make it smaller. And you're like, why am I seeing this? Well, I wanted to share this with you all because, you know what? If you're not in Arizona right now, and specifically if you're not in northern Arizona, you may not even know this, but for the last couple of days, we've been getting notification after notification after notification that the power company in that area was going to shut off the electricity. And the reason they're shutting off the electricity is because the winds have been so high and they did not want to take any chances on electrical fires because the wind was sucking the life out of everything else. Now, when you look at this, so with that over and over again, this girl made a trip up north to our place to clean out the refrigerators. We didn't know if they were going to just be shut down for an hour or two, or if they were going to be shut down for 3 or 4 hours or 24 hours. They didn't know. And so I went ahead and jumped in the car yesterday, the blessing of working for myself. And so I got most of my stuff done first thing in the morning so that I could do that. And I made a run up north, and I got, and it was interesting because as I was driving, specifically as I got up north, there were areas that I drove that I just went, wow, we're going to have a serious fire season if things don't change. And so a lot of prayer for that. In fact, I've sent out a request to people saying, hey, it's time for us to pray for rain. But anyway, so I, made my way up there, and as I came almost there and I'm looking at the forest, I found it really interesting because most of the forest looked really green. It did. And although the wind had some serious gusts, it wasn't horrible. It's springtime in Arizona up north, so I didn't think that much about it. And so what you see here is a picture out our back area. And as you can see, there's flowers and green, but I don't know if you can tell what the ground looks like. Why do I bring all this up? Well, I'm going to show you more photos. I know that comes as a surprise. But the reason that I share that with you is because, let me share one more. Actually, I have like 3 or 4, but let me share. There's this one. Now that I understand what to do so that it actually shows. This is one of our bushes. You can't tell yet, but I am going to make it a little bigger, and you can see the buds, right? It's ready to bloom. You can see that everything looks pretty green. The leaves, it doesn't have any leaves yet, but the buds are definitely there. There's the hope and the desire of being able to do that. And then I'm going to share one more, I think. Yeah, this one. Share one more. And then I'll explain. I really do have a point. Here we go. Take a look at this one. So this is an apple tree. And what you see are leaves and blossoms and all of that. And as you can tell, it's spring. I mean, everything was relatively green and that fresh green. You know what I'm talking about? In the springtime, everything has a fresh green to it. And it had that fresh green and the blossoms are there. And so on the surface, and here's the point, on the surface, everything looked really good. It did. The daffodils are blooming. The other plants are blooming. Everything has that fresh, refreshed spring look about it. But when you get closer, you realize that even now, things look a little dry. And it reminded me of our skin. I know it might be a stretch for you, but it really did remind me of our skin. We can do some surface things, right? Our body knows how to do things. It knows how to exfoliate. It knows how to slough off the dead. It knows how to retain moisture to the best of its ability, depending on if your skin's oily or dry. That's what the oil's for, is to help with that. It knows how to do all of those things. But as we age, without giving it any aid, the wind, and when I got there, OMG, it really was blustery yesterday. The sun, and some of the areas I drove through were just covered in dust. They're just covered in dust. They're dirty, dingy, and this is the forest. And you could tell it's just covered in dust, just like our skin, covered in dirt and grime, pollutants, all the stuff that's sitting in the air. Every time we drive, every time we go somewhere, right? Our skin is covered in all of that. So our skin is battling the wind and battling the sun. Our skin is battling right now. I got blue light all over me. I softened some of it, but that is not good for my skin either. Battling all of that. And if we don't come to its aid and spend some time on quality care. So what the forest needs right now is, now the snow is gone. Now, very cool too. I have a video of 3 years ago this time of year. It was snowing up north. Didn't stick very long, but it was snowing. It was cold and it was snowing. What it needs right now are spring rains. Really good spring rains, the kind that swell the root system, the kind that allow it to put some moisture aside, because the snow has melted and what it's utilizing is what is in the ground on the surface level that it can get to. But pretty soon that water is going to be gone. And if there's nothing to replenish it, it will dry out quickly. So I give our power company credit for thinking ahead, for looking for ways that it could negate the damage of a fire in this instance. And I want to encourage you to take some time, as we too are in all this wind, sun, pollutants, light, to do a deep exfoliation. If you don't have our microdermabrasion, girl, reach out to your consultant. If you don't have our facial peel, which goes deeper into the layers for exfoliation, reach out to your consultant. If you don't have the basics of a cleanser and moisturizer, reach out to your consultant. If you don't have one, reach out to me and let's have a conversation. Let's talk about how to replenish your skin's basic needs. Because as you become a woman of a classic age, and every day you get closer and closer to that, you are, well, your skin is not as good at it as it once was. Every day it ages is a little bit slower in that whole process. Every day it ages and it's not being given the nutrients and the moisture and the cleansing that it needs. It's aging. And you don't have to. So just like our power company up north, stepping in and running interference on all of that to prevent a forest fire, I'm going to share with you. You need to visit with one of us. And let's talk about cleanser, which is a great place to start, and hydration, moisturization with a moisturizer. Those are the basics, right? Those are the basics for your skin. And then let's talk about exfoliation. Let's talk about vitamin C. Let's talk about peptides, the things that we utilize when we have a garden, right? That we're providing nutrients and so on to the ground to get the best plants ever. Let's make sure that this spring that you really do look fresh and new, and that your skin has that glow that says, yeah, I just came out of winter. I just got rid of the old, the dead, and the tired, and I am ready to tackle and be the best that I can be through this season, because I am taking care of my skin on the outside and encouraging my body to do what it can do from the inside as a partnership to provide the best skin ever with no fires. So there you go. So that is Pink and Poppin' tonight. I want to remind you, blessings are chasing you down. Today is the day the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And I'm so excited because I already know I will be responding. So I'm not responding here, but I will be in text when this actually plays. And then finally, what I remind you or let you know is we have big news coming, big news, as we have new foundations that are going to launch the 1st of next month. And I will be sharing about those. Oh, yeah. Next week. And then we'll be talking about highlighting and contouring and new foundations and how to do it on the fly. We have some new products for that too. We have a new applicator. Woo woo. And so we're going to be talking about all of those things. And finally, if you'd like to be like me and have something come up that you were not planning for, but have control over your schedule so that you can adjust and take care of it. And let me tell you, the things I brought home from up north needed to come home, because sitting in a refrigerator, they finally turned power on back last night by 9. So it went off about 9 and came back on at 9. Yeah. Anyway, we do not want to leave that stuff. We don't want to leave it on our skin, and we don't want to leave it on in our refrigerator. And so if you are looking for that and want more information, be sure and reach out to me. Oh, what I was going to say is talk to your consultant or talk to me about what this business has to offer, because I was able to get my stuff done, get up north, get what I needed, get back, and finish up, because I have control of my schedule. Thanks so much for joining tonight for Pink and Poppin'. Share your comments, share them, because I am here to respond. And thank you so much. Have a great evening.